these reinforcements.
Is 00 in deze video speelt deel 5 van de Suspects Field Just League. En dan 6 en 2.
In what world do you make it back to the portal, Task Force X? Certainly not this one. Here to reclaim your sworn enemy, the Flash? How touching. I'll be more than happy to share my research with you. In fact, I've made a breakthrough. As you can see, I am now a league of my own. Calculators out, and pencils ready, Task Force X.
Hey, Luther, how do we do this? Decoupling? Kryptonite? Kryptonite decoupling?
What are you? I understand now. Let's see. Both iterations have been susceptible to bullets previously. Try that.
So just counter it where it hurts. Alright, good enough for me.
I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios.
Just dropping in, show my base.
I modified this Kryptonian thunderclap. Feedback is greatly appreciated.
Kan meteen raken.
A chilling round of applause for our would-be heroes. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. Give these a moment. The end result may shock you. You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them.
This combination is impressive, but the Suicide Squad is even more so.
You know, if you did more cardio instead of genetic engineering, you'd be keeping up.
Let's consider the other side of the equation now. Not much variation here, but there is potential. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you?
No names.
Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful. Ah yes, I can see the variables much more clearly now. You might think wind would be less combustible, and yet...
You made a boo-boo! Target confirmed.
One should always try to begin with proven theory.
Time for reprisal!
This occurs naturally on your Earths. Not even the fundamentals will stick with you. I'll break you down into something even simpler and much smaller. Have these cool a bit before you barrel into them. Always good to get out and move around. A different placement this time to optimize the throughput. Yes.
This one's a drop and stop.
Prioritizing target, 10 shot. Premeditation!
I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios.
Violence drives me.
You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared.
Oh, die is er nog.
You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. quick preparation first. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared.
Back at ya.
I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios. All plans must be capable of weathering setbacks. Especially such frustratingly tenacious ones as you. Even I make room for the more useful classics. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you?
Here comes the boom.
Always good to get out and move around. The cold does metaphorically get to one. And yet you foolishly persist. For days on end. Mind-bendingly incomprehensible. A perfect opportunity to introduce a new element.
Position fully compromised.
You might think wind would be less combustible. And yet...
Oké. We hadden die lichtje achter.
Even you four can appreciate such brutal simplicity. I've allowed you to continue more than long enough. This little diversion ends now. Not to worry. I spiced things up just for you, dear squad. You will not stand in the way of my research into the slate for once more, and I will finally be rid of you uselesses.
Oké.
Don't worry, I'll have this done in a... language breakthrough.
Just call me the pinball wizard. Firing on boomerang.
Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you?
The cold, tonic, immobility.
Give these a moment. The end result may shock you. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. some individualized tutelage. Don't worry, I'll have this done.
Ja,
I
Language
am
means
still fallen and still need your
ik heb
aid.
een knapwand bij helemaal niet geraakt, maar goed.
Nothing looks better than a pin around my finger.
my projections predicted something akin to this. I never intended to experience it. But ultimately, what have you achieved? This data is beginning to give diminishing return.
Oh boy. Oh wow. I'm not really used to getting winded. Hey, shouldn't you all be in jail?
I've adjusted the phasing array so they can choose the terms and conditions of their own suicide missions. Godspeed, Task Force X.
The hell are you idiots doing? Get the Flash into stasis and get back to work.
Wish you were always that fun, Flasher. We'll make a sidekick out of you yet.
Receiver's good, grip's good, barrel's crap. Do it again.
Nou, dat was het einde. Dit was voor deze video. Ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden en vergeet niet om te liken en te abonneren.